Self-control is true power. I hate exercising self-control. In ancient China, self-government was highly developed both in community life and in personal life. The custom of mutual protection and assistance was widespread. The organization and regulations of local self-government were clearly defined and strictly applied. Individual self-control was even more strongly emphasized. Traditional economics is based on imaginary creatures sometimes referred to as Homo economicus. I call them Econs for short. Econs are amazingly smart and are free of emotion, distraction or self-control problems. Think Mr. Spock from Star Trek. A treat is different from a reward, which must be justified or earned. A treat is a small pleasure or indulgence that we give to ourselves just because we want it. Treats give us greater vitality, which boosts self-control, which helps us maintain our healthy habits. Self-control is needed in the age of technology. Folks have to apply their sense in reacting to different things. I don't appreciate perverse and venom-spewing mindset. Modeling, it's being an artist as well. It's just being a silent artist. It takes a lot of self-control and a lot of discipline. Public, non-commercial broadcasting is also giving kids social-emotional skills like persistence and self-control that are fundamental to success in school, not to mention in the military, the institution where I spent most of my career. January is always a good month for behavioral economics. Few things illustrate self-control as vividly as New Year's resolutions. February is even better, though, because it lets us study why so many of those resolutions are broken. Self-control is one mark of a mature person. It applies to control of language, physical treatment of others, and the appetites of the body. Buddha's teaching are very simple. You don't have to break your head to understand the message. The part that I like the most from Buddha's teachings and from His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, is that the most powerful weapon is to not attack, to be able to have self-control. While Napoleon believed his fortunes to be governed by destiny, his real genius lay in self-control and martial daring coupled with an indomitable will to power. I have learned that I really do have discipline, self-control, and patience, but they were given to me as a seed, and it's up to me to choose to develop them. I'm not a singer, so I reproduce a little bit what I see on television and what I listen to on the radio. I don't have self-control, really, so I didn't want to sing like Mariah Carey. No one in Al-Nada believes that jihad is a way to impose Islam on the world. But we believe that jihad is self-control, is social and political struggle, and even military jihad is only a way to defend oneself in the case of aggression. Since self-control is vital to reaching long-term goals, befriending people with willpower could be the secret to success. Whether you're tempted to skip that workout at the gym, or you're considering blowing this month's budget, spending time with a disciplined friend could boost your motivation to maintain healthy habits. We deify willpower and self-control, and mock its absence. People who achieve through remarkable willpower are strong and heroic. People who need help or structure are weak. This is crazy, because few of us can accurately gauge or predict our willpower. I don't know anyone who couldn't use a little boost in their energy and self-control. The Western day is indeed nearing when the inner science of self-control will be found as necessary as the outer conquest of nature. This new atomic age will see men's minds sobered and broadened by the now scientifically indisputable truth that matter is in reality a concentrate of energy. All that self-control stuff, I tried all that stuff from analysts. I went everywhere to these guys, every kind of anger management, psychologist, psychiatrist. Get rid of my temper, get rid of my temper. And there was only one guy who just said, I don't think this is related to, issues. I think there has got to be something wrong. I value self-discipline, but creating systems that make it next to impossible to misbehave is more reliable than self-control. Curiosity, rationalization, and laziness are no match against courage, self-control, and mental toughness. Self-management and self-control are the keys to advanced knowledge, and both are difficult to learn without a sense of your own cultural identity. Emotional self-control is the result of hard work, not an inherent skill. I must learn to love the fool in me, the one who feels too much, talks too much, takes too many chances, wins sometimes and loses often, lacks self-control, loves and hates, hurts and gets hurt, promises and breaks promises, laughs and cries. It is safe to say that when people are short on cash, they might be less productive at work, be worse parents, and have less self-control. During that 2011 off-season, as the debate around "Don't Ask, Don't Tell" and DOMA was heating up on social media, I had to pull out every last ounce of self-control to keep myself from retweeting something in support of marriage equality. Human nature is complex. Even if we do have inclinations toward violence, we also have inclination to empathy, to cooperation, to self-control. I think it is the height of ignorance to believe that the sexual act is an independent function necessary like sleeping or eating. Seeing, therefore, that I did not desire more children, I began to strive after self-control. There was endless difficulty in the task. Start the practice of self-control with some penance. Begin with fasting. Industry, thrift and self-control are not sought because they create wealth, but because they create character. I'd say exercising self-control is very important for a dissolute life. Grit and self-control are related, but they're not the same thing. It's okay to be a fat man. It's prestige and power and all of that. But fat women are seen as just lazy and stupid and having no self-control. There's a popular image of people who don't save for the future as lacking in self-control. But the reason saving is so hard has less to do with self-control and more to do with a scarcity of attention. As a tennis player you can win and you can lose, and you have to be ready for both. I practiced self-control as a kid, but as you get older they both, winning and losing, get easier. Being forced to work, and forced to do your best, will breed in you temperance and self-control, diligence and strength of will, cheerfulness and content, and 100 virtues which the idle will never know. Punishment may make us obey the orders we are given, but at best it will only teach an obedience to authority, not a self-control which enhances our self-respect. I'm much softer than people think. I don't present to the world an emotional face. I'm pretty good at self-control, but I am easily moved. Tell him, on the contrary, that he needs, in the interest of his own happiness, to walk in the path of humility and self-control, and he will be indifferent, or even actively resentful. Self-control, openness, the ability to engage with others, to plan and to persist, these are the attributes that get people in the door and on the job, and lead to productive lives. Mandela's heroism is the heroism of a man who suffered so badly for what he thought of as freedom, and yet when he had the upper hand he has this incredible self-control and these incredible leadership qualities. More enduringly than any other sport, wrestling teaches self-control and pride. Some have wrestled without great skill, none have wrestled without pride. I wolf food down like you've never seen. For some reason, I have no self-control when it comes to the pace of eating. Every successful person has a fair amount of self-control, it's just the nature of success. Saudi Arabia operates according to the belief that God made young men and women so utterly and completely without self-control that they must be physically segregated every moment of the day and night. Exercising first thing in the morning ensures that you'll have the time for it, and it improves your self-control and energy levels all day long. Hunger and self-control do not go hand in hand. Your mid-30s is a good time because you know a fair amount, you have some self-control. Self-control means wanting to be effective at some random point in the infinite radiations of my spiritual existence. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.